Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the October reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I may be describing you or the person that you're dealing with. Flip the energy around as it may fit to your situation. I also do not discriminate in my readings. I read for the ones who are doing the misdeeds and the ones that are on the receiving end of it, because both are in need of guidance. So again, apply it as it may fit to you, and if it doesn't fit, don't force it to fit. Maybe we'll try again in another reading. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. If you would like to donate to and support the channel, the information on how to do that is also below. If you could please to hit the like button, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Let me know if it resonates for the month of October or if it's happening for you now. Also, hit the notifications button if you want to be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. And is there anything else? Oh, yes. I will be incorporating a deck that I created called the Reality Check deck. And we will pull some cards from this at the end to see what realizations we're needing to come to. This is the overview for the month. This is your advice in regards to it. This is the situation, why it's happening, what you're thinking and feeling about it, what your hopes and fears are, and the advice that the universe has for you. This is the higher message that's involved. This is some more advice. These are what chakras that you need to work on and the feelings associated with them. Now, I generally have 4, but you're the second person who's had an extra one come out, so I kept it because I figured it's obviously something that we're needing to know about. And in regards to love, this is the advice. And of course, as I said, I will clarify and then pull a reality check at the end, or a few actually. Let us look first at the overview. Clean it up. So this seems again to be the ongoing theme for everybody. This must be clearing out, cleaning up season. Letting cycles end that need to end, ways of being, perspectives, shadow sides of ourselves, wounding, whatever it is. We're needing to look at stuff, realize our role in it, what things that we need to change about ourselves, what shifts we need to make, what directions we need to take, which losses we need to accept or cut, or what things we need to work on, etc., etc. This is like the transition time. I think there's something going on planetary with Saturn, and Saturn is all about karma. So maybe that's why we got a lot of past people trying to return to either test you to see if you've learned, or it's opportunities for some people that were in soulmate relationships, if both people have worked on their stuff, to come together and perhaps have a new opportunity. Or again, this is about releasing ourselves from people that aren't meant to stay in our life or being our life at this time or from this point forward, and be open to, again, welcoming in the next round of drama that might be coming our way. So I told my guys, I said, please, no more soulmates, no more. I can't even deal. Personally, just let me get my financial karma under control. Yeah, it's all in my own stuff, shadow, wounding, baggage, what have you. Like I says, we're all in the same boat. And most of the advice I give, it's because I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, or I'm trying to follow the advice I give myself. As I said, we're all still, until we leave this place, we're all on the journey. 21. Clean it up. Essential meanings: getting to the core of a situation, freedom from burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. The Oracle's message: ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. This includes, toxic people and situations. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. Relationship message, time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours. To clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Some people bring friggin' U-Haul trucks. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. Or again, if we free ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We shall flourish. Prosperity message, simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign that you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. Again, to thine own self be true. You can't take care of nobody else if you're not taking care of yourself, right? And you shouldn't put that over yourself either. Protection message. Is it possible you may be focusing too much on other people right now? Trying too hard to be helpful? Does taking on what belongs to others make you feel needed or desired? Again, that's a sign of codependency. You working harder on somebody else's problems than they are on their own. And some people look for people to do that so they can kick back and sit back and just reap the benefits while you're running yourself ragged. So watch out for narcissists. Perhaps you think it's your calling to relieve people of their burdens, but what is the cost to you and to them? Again, because enabling people in their own shit and their own karma doesn't help them to grow, and it sure as hell doesn't help you to grow. It just leaves you feeling like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not helping by freeing him or her of responsibility. You're also not doing yourself any favors, and you just might be adding an even greater strain. Like I said, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. You are loved as you are. You don't need to be needed to be loved. You know what I'm saying? And the advice in regards to that is choose a new direction. So let us see. Choose a new direction. Time has come to choose a new direction for your life. The circumstances that you find yourself living in may seem unfulfilling, or perhaps your heart is full of discontent. You know that there is something more out in the world for you. And you've been procrastinating, following the guidance of your angels, making a conscious choice to be the person you are meant to be. Make a conscious choice, to be the person you are meant to be. Create an action plan for yourself that leads you in the direction of your divine life purpose. Again, don't stay stagnant and stuck and feeling all jacked up. Begin taking steps immediately towards a happier future. There we are. Now, we have here two major arcanas. We have one underneath this. This is the Hangman. So it's again about needing to shift our perspective on something, gain some enlightenment, get out of stagnation, whatever it is here. Major arcanas again are the deeper, more meaningful. They're deeper, more meaningful and spiritual in nature. They're signposts to be taken more seriously and looked at more closely. They're aspects of the self as well as our response to significant events in our life, how to get through them, how we should see them, ways to learn and grow as we're shedding karma through these lessons that we're needing to be learning so we don't repeat, in these cyclical patterns. A more profound, deep, meaningful stage of the journey, think of it as chapters in a book, represents a path to spiritual self-awareness, because again, once we are aware of our own shit, We can learn how to get out of our own way. And we also are more responsible again for the energy that we bring and the energy that we allow into our environments. Again, kind of time to clean it up, right? Representing a path to self-awareness, again, searching for greater meaning and understanding, again, through these lessons. The journey of the fool. Each step brings you closer to enlightenment, right? So again, the bottom of the deck here, we had the Nine of Wands. So obviously, you know, feeling all kinds of jacked up. Again, it's 9. It's the final stage. Either we're at the breaking point, or you know, it's culminating here. Weary. It's the final defense, the last fight, the last hurrah. And maybe we're needing to use that last hurrah again to clean it up and choose a new direction that's going to bring us happiness and fulfillment. Has fought the battle and won, even though you might not feel like you did. That's usually how it goes. So on a spiritual level, you know, you get tons of stars and A pluses, but down here you feel like that. Feeling drained again, exhausted, but ready to battle again, or feeling like you're gonna have to. Fighting again for yourself, right? Final challenge to reach victory. Stands up for our beliefs and stands firm. Close to completion, again, because it's a 9. It's a sign for you not to give up. It's a sign of hope and encouragement. The last bit of dark before the dawn. It's calling for you to draw upon your courage and your resilience, your vigilance, your patience. You may feel distrustful of others or of yourself, again, of things that you can achieve or direction you need to go in. Or again, just feeling wary of people. Try to be optimistic or take precautions if need be. You know, be on guard. Definitely don't allow some shady mofo over here, as we got the 7 of Swords, but we shall see what this is. Well, this is the situation, King of Pentacles in reverse. So if I'm looking at somebody beaten and battle weary here, dealing with the King of Pentacles in reverse, if this isn't you, and we got 7 of Swords here, you're dealing with a real doozy. And maybe, again, there's a lesson to be learned in this. King of Pentacles in reverse, again, is authoritative, domineering. It could be somebody, again, it could be narcissistic. People that use people, again, for living situations, for financial reasons. Again, male, female, doesn't matter. And again, this could be you behaving in this way. Controlling, again, codependent, financially codependent, will do anything for money. You know, this includes, you know, faking relationships, lying, doing whatever they got to do to meet their own needs at the expense of leaving other people feeling like this. Someone who can be, again, lazy, kicking back, watching you, doing all the work to solve all their problems, to pay their way while they're just mooching. So again, if we're being this way, we need to cut that shit out. But I have a feeling this is perhaps people that are dealing with people like this, could be. Or this is just, again, feeling not financially stable, not feeling secure. Some people got financial issues that they're worrying about. Again, this cares about their own needs. Focus on themselves, but perhaps, again, in a negative way, self-serving. Like I said, someone who uses people. This is also about a fear of commitment. Someone who's who's unreliable, and overly controlling, possessive, authoritative. Again, could be abusive. And again, abuse takes many forms: financial, emotional, mental. You know, with lying, gaslighting, using emotional manipulation, again, to reap the benefits or whatever you're given while you're struggling. Or again, this could just be somebody who's overworking themselves, you know, and just feeling tired. And maybe we're needing to reassess, again, what we're investing in to kind of lighten the load for ourselves. But we'll clarify what this is here. after we go through these. This is the reason why it's happened. We got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is all about, you know, wisdom, higher knowing, intuition. Again, maybe we're wary and cautious about people because we're using our intuition. We're realizing people are, you know what I'm saying, not so swift. Or this is also the balance of the male and female. Again, balancing. A lot of the stuff that I work with here on this channel is helping people to realize childhood wounds or aspects of the shadow self, which is causing them to be deep in their karma, and however that shows up in their life, in their relationships with the soulmates, twin flames, soul groups, you know, work issues, you know, how you feel about yourself, self-esteem, all that stuff. This is kind of what I help people to see. So again, this is spiritual enlightenment, divine knowledge. So again, maybe some people are coming into their own awareness about things. Again, intuition, divine knowledge, inner illumination. Now, for the masculine, this is supposed to be teaching you to not try to be to control others, to use others as means to an end, to learn about your female side or your feminine nature, again, because you're working out of a shadow self, to be more considerate to others, or to be more opening in your heart chakra, again, learning about what love is supposed to look like, or how you're supposed to show up, again, or what you're allowing into your life. So for the feminine, it's learning how to trust yourself and to be truly stepping into your, not out of your shadow aspects and into the, you know, the higher aspects of the feminine energy. And also, you know, self-care. This is what it always comes down to, so that we're not feeling beaten and battle weary, right? So that we're doing what's serving our highest and best, again, not at the expense of other people, but just an inner knowing of something's got to change, something's got to give, you know, trying to gain, again, that awareness. You know, this is also about secrets. You know, she's the keeper of secrets. So I don't know if you feel like somebody's been secretive and you're not trusting of them. Maybe they've exhibited, again, some self-serving, narcissistic behaviors, or somebody who's, you know, sneaking around, or whatever it is. And we're needing to, again, figure out, again, what's mine, what's theirs, and what's got to go in both accounts. What you're thinking and feeling is the Seven of Swords. So this is overconfidence, mocking, deception, betrayal, difficulty trying to get away with something, undetected or unnoticed. Again, people sneaking around. So either this is what you're thinking about a person, or this is you. Again, and if you're not getting in and tapping into this, you know, you're going to keep yourself in these repetitive cycles of having to start over, or just being tired of your own movie, repeating same scenarios, different people. This is also when a secret is revealed to your embarrassment. So again, maybe some information has come to light here. This is also being cautious and wary, so not to become the victim of someone else's deceptions. So again, if you're wary, if you're unsure, if you're trying to tap into your intuition and figure out that somebody is a certain way, and they're telling you, again, cautious and wary to not be the victim of someone else's deceptions, betrayal, or cheating. Easy path that's taken is not always the best one. being tempted to sneak away from something that's not working for you anymore rather than dealing with it. Trusting one's instinct as well. It's the desire to go it alone. Perhaps again, choose another path because we're just tired of this scenario. Asserting one's independence, because again, it could be about strategy. Trying to figure out again our next moves. So it's negative in some ways, and again, this person's like cutting their losses, taking what they can and leaving the rest. Again, trying to clear it up, clear away whatever, and get out of there. Now we have here the hopes and fears is the Two of Pentacles. So this is about juggling our concerns, perhaps juggling our finances, or just going round and round and round in cyclical patterns that never seem to end, constantly in a state of unsettledness, right? The ups and downs of life, conflicting interests, again, if we're dealing with other people. It's also asking you to not be distracted by things that we need to let go of, especially if we're needing to progress in our own self and our own journey. To not again stay in cyclical patterns, especially with people that are no bueno. This is also predicts change, because we know we got to drop one of these things eventually, right? And we got to take that one and have a new beginning, the ace, you know what I'm saying? Staying centered and going with the flow of life again too, even though we might be feeling beaten and battle weary, we still got to, dust ourselves off and again, take what we can and move forward. Use our intuition to guide us through this situation here. Weighing out pros and cons of situations as well. Wondering if there's going to be problems or issues that might come up again, especially if we're having trust issues or wary about people that we seem to be worried about here. And this is the advice for you. This is the world. So this world, again, it's about Saturn. It's about cycles. It's about knowing when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run, right? The Kenny Rogers sang. So again, it's about choosing new directions. Perhaps it's about letting cycles end that need to end and stop allowing ourselves to be in this mode. It's also the completion of a journey, a new beginning, be future looking. It speaks about accomplishment and victory, like the Wheel of Fortune. It talks about cycles. And again, the planet ruler is Saturn. It talks about time, sometimes dragging things out for too long, coming full circle as well. Completing major life cycles, whatever efforts that we make towards our new direction, as long as it's for our highest and best, it will pay off. The attainments of long-held dreams, new beginnings after a cycle. Again, could talk about world travel. Some people might be trying to get out of somewhere and they may need to move. It's the opposite of the Hangman, which looks within. The World Lady looks outward. Again, future looking, choosing new directions and paths. The attainment of enlightenment, cyclical progressions of time and experience. Again, living and learning, right? Evolution, your soul's evolution, growth, expansion. This also speaks of, again, marriages, birth, graduations, any kind of things that's wrapping up cycles or something that took time to culminate or build. But it's obviously encouraging new beginnings. new directions, new paths, using your intuition in regards to whatever's going on here. Stop being in cyclical patterns. You got to drop one of these coins and again take the ace and move forward, right? Now, let us see deeper into the mystery here. Why the King of Pentacles in reverse in regards to the situation for Taurus? Why the King of Pentacles? Whoa. Why the King of Pentacles in reverse for Taurus? First, we had wisdom come out. So again, intuition, wisdom. We know something's up. What, you know what I'm saying? So also growth is here. Good fortune, diligence, and forgiveness. So either we're living and learning from this experience, you know, looking at again the efforts that we've put into something. Perhaps it didn't bring about the result that we wanted, you know. This also speaks about forgiveness here. So regardless whether the situations end or people are looking to come back, it says we got a lot of people looking to reconcile. We have, you know, past people coming in again because we're in the karma, astrologically speaking. Again, even if it was a karmic lesson and we're needing to leave a situation behind, you know, forgiving ourselves, living and learning, and trying to release whatever we're needing to release in order to, you know, move forward. I mean, I would say, you know, if it's about work, but it's like, why would you need to forgive yourself for work issues? You know, again, it could have been somebody that you were dealing with. Might be somebody, again, that you were dealing with that's coming back looking for forgiveness. But we're needing to use our intuition and choose a new direction, especially if our intuition is telling us that somebody is still shady or something like that. Again, you got a lot of people might come back claiming that they've learned and changed and grown, but they're just trying to get their foot in the door. I said, always tell everybody, know what you're dealing with. Let's see the High Priestess. Why the High Priestess? For why the situation is happening. Why the High Priestess in regards to why the situation is happening. Secrets. Again, High Priestess about secrets, abundance, and hope. Patience, the lesson. So obviously, again, there was a lesson here, as always. For some, it could be, you know, not fearing the unknown. You know, learning the lesson and applying it. You still hold out hope that you can manifest happiness and joy, perhaps in a new direction. Whether or not that's with this same person, that's going to be up to you. It depends on your history, depends on what you're dealing with, depends on how people are presenting themselves, or if this is you, how you're presenting yourself. How, again, we're showing up, what we allow and what we bring, right? And you got good fortune here, abundance. So obviously there is a hope and a desire for more than what you've currently been dealing with. And we're wondering what's still worth the effort. If we should continue to give something time, again, weighing out pros and cons, perhaps, maybe still trying to hold out hope. But again, some situations we'll find out with the reality check, what they say. Any situation that has you feeling like you got to question people that have a history of certain behaviors, leaving you feeling all whatever, the answer is clear. Love yourself first. Don't tolerate anything less than you deserve. Number one. If this has to be relationship. I keep wanting to try to throw in, but I know finances are probably mixed in here somehow, especially again if we're dealing with people that are users, financial abusers. There's obviously been some secrecy, some questioning. There's definitely unhappiness. There's definitely lessons here, something we're needing to pay attention to. In the end, we're needing to choose a direction that is obviously going to bring us happiness and fulfillment. Go within and figure it out. And for some, you already kind of know what you need to do. It's just about doing it. It's, again, just about dropping one of these things and letting a cycle close so that you can move on to your next phase. Again, whether or not it's with the same person or somebody new. This is a general reading, so this has got to be, you're gonna have to tap into that inner knowing and figure it out. Again, no situation is worth you feeling like that. Unhappy, fearful, insecure, worried, questioning. Whatever it is, whatever you're holding on to or is staying in that state, you're needing to, again, take a big look at your situation and be honest with yourself about how you feel, how a person makes you feel. If you're dealing with somebody, which obviously you must be here, and again, it's always about living and learning. And what do we do from here? It says, and if you've got somebody that's willing to do the work on themselves and willing to meet you halfway, and you can make something work, again, that's going to be up to you. Both people are going to have to clean it up. Choose a direction that's going to be beneficial for both. But if you can't have that with a certain person, you need to find that for yourself. Seven of Swords. Why the Seven of Swords in regards to what they're thinking? Why the Seven of Swords in regards to what they're thinking? Ending, inspiration, good news. So, let me see if I can get one more. hidden enemy. So obviously the Fool and Challenge. So hidden enemy could be, again, somebody that we know is shady, that's conspiring against us, and we're needing to get hip. You know, inspiration is about discovery, feeling inspired to become independent, maybe to end something, and then it'll bring you happiness, from a person who's doesn't have your best interest at heart, who's perhaps playing you like a fool, or you're needing to have a new beginning. This is obviously a challenging situation, or you're needing to figure out a way how to overcome challenges to have a new beginning. Maybe figure out a way to fix something from ending. But again, it takes two people, takes two to tango in both scenarios, both for the negative and for the positive. So again, if you don't have somebody meeting you halfway to overcome whatever strife is going on here, we're needing to, again, assert our own independence and move towards happiness. Why Two of Pentacles for the hopes and fears? Why Two of Pentacles for the hopes and fears? Love, talent, scandal, surprise. So again, it's either trying to figure out a way to make something work, right? Your surprise could be, communication, either getting communication or giving communication of some way in regards to, again, maybe trying to make something work, trying to fix a situation, trying to figure out a way to do that. Again, whether you are the person on the receiving end of this or you're the person who's, being like this, surprise could be, again, an unexpected news. Again, becoming aware of something even. And again, trying to weigh out whether or not we should continue on this path or choose a new direction. Why the World for advice? Change. Again, change, embracing change, allowing cycles to end, or again, people needing to change if we're going to make something work. Why change for the World? New beginnings, loss, dark-haired man. Yeah, loss, dark-haired man, again, is somebody who operates from the shadow self. Could be somebody who's just, in the woes or negative self-talk, negative whatever, but it's also somebody who's shady, lies, deceives. Could be somebody who's narcissistic. So maybe, again, letting go of somebody that we know is an asshole, putting it nicely, and have a new beginning. Don't be afraid of change. Or, if we're the asshole, we're needing to again, when we're trying to repair something that we've lost, trying to have a new beginning. We have journey here. We have doubt. We have fair gray-haired man. We have battle and bad news. So worrying about continuous battles, needing maybe to perhaps to let go of that, embrace change, letting cycles end. Perhaps we're worrying, wondering if somebody will change, or wondering if we'll be able to meet somebody new. If we leave this situation, someone that we'll meet on the journey, if we choose a new direction, if we let go of this other person here. Um, doubts again is doubts, worries, fears. Sometimes it's we're thinking of worst case scenarios too. You know, suspicions and fear, maybe again of things repeating. Um, if we're dealing with somebody from the past, or we're dealing with people that don't seem to change. So again, we're worrying if people can, worrying if we can overcome certain things, or we're needing to let something go, or someone go. Drop one of the coins there. Stop putting yourself to the stress and worry, and move in a new direction. And again, male, female, whoever you are, fair gray-haired man, could be the person you're dealing with, or it could be you, learning from this situation, getting out of your sadness or your worry or whatever it is, and embrace a new beginning. Overcome your fears about, what lies ahead. This could be possible too. You could have been dealing with somebody shady. As I said, male, female, it doesn't matter. Masculine, feminine, both people hold both. It's whatever shadow aspect of that energy that you're working out of, that you're needing to heal. So that's why I said some men can resonate with feminine readings. Some women can resonate with masculine. It just depends on who's holding that energy, the shadow aspect of that energy. Because again, both people have both in them. So that's why even as far as gender on these cards, it's like it's however it fits for you, despite the people on there. And we have here communication too. Surprise. So I don't know, judgment, picking a path, choosing a path, just going to bring you healing, weather the storm, move towards happiness and justice and victory for yourself. Get out of frustrations, have faith, in regards to your home life. You can go on and on and on and on. What is the higher message involved for you here? Boundaries. Like again, a lot of people, this is the lesson. Self-love, self-respect, boundaries. Don't allow people to take advantage of you. Don't take advantage of other people. Honoring and respecting boundaries, and we should have them, and we should respect them. And for other people, again, moochers, users, watch out, because if you don't have this, they'll come in and they'll sneak off with all your emotions and your money and your whatever else, and leave you feeling all kinds of jacked up. Like I said, I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. Now, if you're dealing with anybody trying to fix something, be clear and honest about, again, not so much expectations, but standards. Things that we will not compromise our standards. I will not tolerate a liar, a cheater, a mooch, a lady, whatever it is. Have boundaries, have standards, and if people can't meet them, keep them moving. Because those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Enthusiasm. Whatever I'm most passionate about is the direction I'll follow. Again, what's going to make you happy? Open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. So again, don't let, an experience close your heart. Just apply a lesson learned and be open to, again, you might meet somebody else. So you need to be open and not clinging to feeling, suspicious of everybody, because again, but I tell you, if you're dealing with narcissists, that's going to be something that's a huge thing to overcome, because you get shaken to the core dealing with those people. Your trust for anybody is out the window, because that whole relationship was built on a lie. Every laughter, every hug, even when you try to look at all the good stuff, never deny the truth of the situation. It was all a lie. They did whatever they had to do. They wore whatever mask they had to wear, just to keep reaping the benefits. But again, learning lessons and applying them, and not being afraid to be open to genuine love. Or if we were behaving in this way, we're needing to stop and be more open to giving and receiving love from an authentic place, and not from any deceptive places. Be blessings. Today I count my blessings small and large. I know some new gifts that come to me from God. So again, it's about even appreciating the shit that you go through, because in there somewhere there was a lesson to be learned. And if you learned it, there's a blessing in it for you, because better will be coming. And plus two, you stepped into a new and empowered version of yourself. So there's always a blessing, a silver lining, as they say. Be strong. I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. Home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. I told you had your home card over here. So whatever the situation is, do it again, what's going to bring you happiness. Free yourself from anything that's not making you unhappy. Be strong enough to do that for yourself. And choose whatever path that's, again, gonna bring about the results that you want. Integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Again, this is about doing the right thing for the right reasons. This is also doing what you know is best for you. Standing in your integrity, standing in your truth, setting boundaries. Loving yourself first. And then you have integrity again. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you, or what's in your best interest. Again, don't wear rose-colored glasses. You know what I'm saying? Crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps you with your present situation. I have quite a nice little collection. I mean, it's not like super huge, but crystals are nice. They're nice to look at. You hold them, you work with them. The different crystals for different things. And obviously we got 5 things here. You almost got every single chakra. So you might need some really clearing out. That's why they say clean it up. Clearing out your energy of whatever it is that's got you all discombobulated here. Workshops and seminars, attending and giving speeches as part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. This is again about lessons, teaching and learning, soulmate relationships. It's all about teaching and learning from each other, right? Both teacher and student. Perhaps some of you, through an experience that you've been through, maybe part of your direction is speaking about it, or maybe we're needing to attend some things that help us to heal or help us to move into a certain direction. Or maybe we'll meet someone at one of these events here. Have you asked your angels for help with this? Your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. So always, let go and let God, but try to release this kind of emotion up and just say, do what your higher self is calling you to do in the situation, and know that you're loved, know that you're watched over, and whatever happens, it's everything happens for a reason, and we're needing to learn from it. And again, throw out into the universe what it is that you would like on this next phase, in this next direction that you're taking. you know, so they can co-create with you to help bring in what it is that you seek. Manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to track your desired outcome. Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. Indigo. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. So this, again, could be you. You could be a person who's intuitive. You know, maybe that's part of your calling, to do some kind of spiritually based work. Clear yourself. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. So through this situation here, again, they're asking you to release, you know. Heart chakra, wisdom. Again, learning lessons in regards to love, right? You get wisdom over here too. Living and learning, growing from experiences, right? Healing from experiences, recovery. This is third eye chakra. Insecurity, this is fear-based energy. This is the root. This is where we're building from, the foundations we're building from. So that's why they're saying don't build from this, because this fear-based stuff is karmic. Joy, they want you to focus on joy and happiness. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is, again, our thinking. So whatever we're thinking, we're manifesting, right? So that's why they want you to, again, heal so that you project more positive things out to manifest a new beginning here in whatever you're hoping to have a new beginning in. And then throat chakra, bittersweet. You know, again, it's like finding the diamond in the shit, as they say, right? Again, green, heart chakra, matters of the heart, pivotal personal choices, getting to the heart of the matter. Proceed or get picked back to the yellow chakra for pondering. So again, if we don't deal with the emotional state, we'll just sit in the ruminating thoughts, right? Blue is throat chakra, again, communication, creative focus, and ability to be heard and understood. Again, speaking your truth, living your truth. Truth that you feel in your heart. When denying your heart's knowledge, it will challenge you. Challenges will present themselves. Again, it's about faith, spirituality, expression, communication, loyalty. Again, if you ain't got people that are loyal, see ya. Red, again, is root chakra, grounding. It's how you are building your foundations. You know, this deals with our passions, you know, sexuality. And then yellow, solar plexus. Again, intellectual, reveals our planning process, problem solving, what's on your mind. Again, trying to figure out a direction, trying to figure out what to do. It's also about wisdom and instinct, innovation. Again, what do you have there? The inspiration, you know, trying to find a way to move towards your happiness. Now we got here insecurity. The greatest adversary is the one living inside me. Yep, being our own worst enemy, even. Hidden enemy could be being our own worst enemy. You know? Playing ourselves for a fool. Inspiration message, miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course. Trust that an ally will appear. Again, maybe you'll meet somebody new on your journey, on the next path. The gift of adversity is never given without the ability to overcome it. So again, whatever we're going through, it's always for our highest and best, even the shitty stuff, especially probably the shitty stuff. Personal inquiry, do I listen to my fear, or how can I tap into my courage? Key idea is being courageous, facing adversity, finding tremendous power within. It's also undervaluing your contribution. Again, what you give. And if you're a person who gives and gets taken advantage of, then we're needing to, again, realize what we bring to the table and look for somebody who's going to reciprocate that, right? Keywords of freedom, bravery, and success. And then we have joy. Let's just jump and see what happens. Well, don't jump like be the fool. Jump without looking, right? Inspiration message. Dancing Daisy represents a new joyous phase in life and a significant change, such as a move, a new job, or a marriage. This is the moment after the leap. You may not see where you are going, but you will land on your feet. So again, whether you're ending a situation and moving to a new direction, maybe you should be glad if you were dealing with somebody shady. You may not see what lies ahead, but, rejoice. It's probably better than what you're leaving behind again, right? Joy, playfulness, delight. Key idea is a conduit for joy, being detached from joy, higher purpose, profoundly impacting lives, improved health. Again, we'll be happier. We won't be feeling like this if we leave behind situations that are not in our best interest. What can I do to invite happiness into my life? Being present is not the same as truly experiencing something. I don't know what that means. It's a bit confusing. But again, what do I got to do? If I'm going to need a new direction to bring happiness, and that's what I got to do, right? Or how can how can we work together to create something here? Make things better if you're looking to work on something with somebody who's going to work with you. Inspiration message. Wisdom is knowing the difference between a calculated risk and stupidity. Is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it, especially in regards to our own intuition? Are you trying to do things alone? A solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. Perhaps spirit, right? Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. Don't jump into fear and worry about what the next phase is. Try to, again, just as long as you're standing in your truth, loving yourself, the rest will fall into place. Personal inquiry, do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? Now, again, going with your heart depends, because sometimes the view of love is askew. That's why going with our heart and not using our logic and intuition leads us into situations that we need to get the hell out of because we love them. We use the excuse that we love people to stay in. But are they loving you the way that they're treating you? Are you loving yourself? That's fear-based stuff, So again, that going with your heart. Watch out. Key ideas, wise counsel, focused energy, honoring yourself, contentment, transformation, maturity, support, right? Bittersweet. A window is opened as a door gently closes. Inspiration message, the passing of all things is inevitable. Whatever is happening may require release. This card could also represent unexpected news. That's why I said the surprise here. Personal inquiry, parents often make difficult decisions not supported by their children. Can I see the strength in the choices of others? I don't think this have anything to do with children, but I don't think that fits this situation. Key ideas, hidden blessings, celebration, tempered by sadness, protecting someone, ability to honor others, new horizons. Keywords, poignancy, release, and maturity. Right? Hidden blessings. So something is always, again, something hidden in the shit. Recovery. Pain from our past unlocks the door of understanding. Again, the wisdom gained, right? Inspiration message. Once the key has been used to open the door, you will have a new way of living, one without keys. Where you are heading, there are no locks. So especially if, again, we come to overcome our own stuff, then doors will be opened for us. where we won't have to be questioning and fearful and all of that. Key ideas: facing fears. Wounding is strength. It's like pain is our greatest teacher, but it also teaches you something about yourself, how you can overcome things, right? Courage to face pain. Awakening greatness. Keywords: genuineness, regeneration, understanding. Personal inquiry: it is time to recover a part of me that has been dormant. Am I ready to live an inspired future? So again, are you willing to let go of what doesn't serve you and move towards something that's going to make you happy? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Wedding, the situation involves marriage. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Now, I don't know if people are married, and that's why I said some people might be trying to work things out, learning lessons, wondering if you should make the effort. And if you do, again, it's still about boundaries. It's still about having standards, what you expect from a situation or a person. Again, being honest in your discussions, you know. Try to figure out a way to make something work, to recapture what's been lost here. Maybe it could lead to marriage, or this is again a marriage that's trying to be fixed here, or this is just about, commitments. If you're in a commitment here of any kind. This is also, if we choose a new direction and leave a situation that we know isn't good for us, and not let fear keep us from opening our hearts, learning lessons again, allowing for healing, understanding that it's all a little bittersweet here, but try to be present, try to be happy so that we'll attract new love into our life. That's also a possibility. Make the effort towards that, something that could lead to a commitment that has passion and playfulness, something happier. This is also a possibility. Let's see what the reality check is. What reality check does Taurus need in October? In regards to this situation, what reality check does Taurus need in October in regards to this situation? What reality check does Taurus need? What reality check does Taurus need? What reality check does Taurus need? And let's take some from here. What reality check does Taurus need? What reality check does Taurus need? Oh. What reality check does Taurus need? That's too many. What reality check does Taurus? Sorry. It's late. I'm tired. What reality check does Taurus need? All right, let's just, they come out in jumples. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Okay. Oy. Okay. Reality check. Did they lie to you about who they were? Did you lie to yourself about who they were? Rose-colored glasses may look good, but they'll never do you any good. Again, as I mentioned, trying to keep hope alive, trying to weigh things out, trying to hold on to situations and people that are bringing you through the ringer, posing all kinds of challenges, somebody who's not having your best interest at heart, leaving you all kinds of jacked up, right? And we're needing to, again, use our intuition and get clear. See shit for how it is. For some, nip that shit in the bud. It says, whatever it is, nip it. So again, if you're needing to let go of something and choose another direction, you're needing to do that. Don't let yourself be a casualty in the war that another is having within themselves. And if the war is within you, don't leave casualties. So again, if you were the one behaving that way, you're needing to check yourself and heal yourself and, stop doing that. Again, or stop allowing other people to come in and put you through the ringer because they got so many issues that they don't want to deal with themselves, about themselves. It's not your responsibility to heal someone else, to take on someone else's karma, to enable them, to take care of them, whatever. Grown-ass people shouldn't be taken care of. Don't allow mooches to come in and take advantage. They're not children, perfectly capable of getting a job and being an equal contributor. Again, if you're dealing with somebody that you're constantly dealing with that, I gotta tell you, you get what you allow. Know your worth. You show people how to treat you by how you treat yourself and what you allow. Self-love, self-respect, self-esteem, self-worth, they all begin with self. How is your relationship with yourself? Loving yourself and having healthy boundaries is a must in regards to giving others a guide to follow, as well as protecting ourselves from assholes, right? Sometimes we refuse to see how bad something is until it completely destroys us. Never tolerate or make excuses for another's mistreatment of you. Never ignore your pain and use the excuse, but I love them, to stay in a situation that is toxic. Ask yourself, do I feel loved? Am I loving myself by allowing this? There is a lesson to be learned in your situation, and it's about boundaries, self-worth, self-love, and self-respect. You had lessons here, you had boundaries here. Don't hold on to people out of fear of being alone. Again, this is the wounding. This is the shadow self. This is the stuff that needs to be healed so that we stop repeating this karma, so that we stop coming back lifetime after lifetime dealing with the same issue. Like I said, for everybody that is here, at the root of it all, it's loving yourself. You have so many things that play against that. And it's the discovery of learning to love yourself. It said it's the greatest love of all. And that's where many people are on this journey. It's the journey back to self. Free from the wounding, free from the conditioning, free from all the shit that holds you back, that keeps you in repeated cycles, that keeps you tolerating things or keeps you from becoming the best version of you. It's, again, conquering yourself. See it, believe it, achieve it. Whatever you focus on increases. So if you focus on the negative, that will be your reality. If you focus on your betterment, the same applies. So if you want better, be better. As within, so without. With positive intentions, thoughts, effort, and consistency, anything is possible. You can do it. You got this. Release your fears and be courageous. Insecurity, fears of choosing a new direction, fear of letting go of toxic situations, whatever it is. It's time to reassess your priorities. Where are you focusing your time and energy? If it isn't serving your highest and best or encouraging progression, growth, and expansion, then you need to shift your priorities. Never lose sleep over someone who's in bed with someone else. It's painful to hear, but it's the truth. People's choices are in their actions. Try to accept them, heal, and move on. Never make yourself small to build up someone else. This is an injustice to you both. Being a shrinking violet, a doormat, people pleaser, codependent, chasing, trying to prove our worth to another, being a martyr, enabler, self-sacrificing, etc., etc. This is about valuing yourself, knowing your worth, and realizing you should never do these things. Low self-esteem, fear, and conditioning is what makes a person behave this way. Awareness and healing are needed. And then we have here, Planet Narco. Narcissistic personality disorder, some other cluster B personality type, or someone embodying the traits of these disorders. The behavior patterns may be playing a role here. It's either you or them. Seeking out a professional is recommended to gain further insight and healing. Now again, it's probably them, because if this is you feeling beaten and battle weary and you got a King of Pentacles in reverse and a Seven of Swords and the hidden enemy here, and the lesson for you is about boundaries, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so glad that I made this deck, because when readers read these and then you do this, it can lay out a whole different scenario. People might say, oh, make the effort in this situation, you know, it's safe for you to love, it'll lead to marriage. But that, you know, that's just what it says on the card. That might not be, you know, this might be what you're hoping for. Oh, I'll just keep making more effort. Maybe I'll save the marriage, or it'll work, or we'll regain whatever. But they're trying to tell you, this situation has got to go. This situation's got to go. Whatever it is, choose a new direction. Get rid of your heading. Let me tell you, I wouldn't wish someone dealing with a narcissist. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Like I said, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I got a couple of them. And a big lesson for me was about that very thing. That just says I don't speak on what I don't know and what I haven't been through. And that's why I've kind of been guided to lead other people through this shadow shit, this childhood wounding, why we end up attracting these type of people. You know, or to help people who are embodying those traits to try to figure out their own light and heal. But again, if you're dealing with a narcissist, let me tell you, they'll never. That's a lose. You were set up to fail from the very beginning. Like I said, everything about that relationship is a lie. You are used for what you can give, and they put you through the ringer. And let me tell you, as soon as they're done with you, they'll move on to somebody else, and they don't give a fuck. So save yourself. If that's what you're dealing with, let me tell you. And it can take years to build up your self-esteem after something like that. It can take years to learn how to trust people again. You could have the love of your life show up. But if you've been through an experience with a narcissist, you wouldn't even be able to recognize that person, because you're so either still hung up on that false person that you thought that they were, still clinging to that because you're still in that cycle, or you've been so wounded that you've become jaded and so don't trust anybody, and again, you could block your blessings. So for some, they're trying to tell you that whatever you've been through, there was a lesson for you to learn, and to love yourself enough to put in the effort to see that lesson, to apply it. But don't be afraid to move forward, because, you know, if you've truly learned from this situation, the next person that come in could be someone who will be better for you. You could attract the life partner once you let go of the karmic one. So I wish you love and light, Taurus. Like it says, I empathize because I've been there, and it fucking sucks. There is not, unless you've been through it, people can't even possibly understand what that mind fuck is like. And it can totally annihilate you and break your spirit. Like I says, but hang in there. Oh, I feel like I want to cry. because I know what that is like. So I wish you healing, honey. And I hope that you release yourself from this situation and believe in yourself and love yourself and make sure that you learn from this experience and to never let it happen again. You know, but don't build up such a fortress that you miss out on genuine love. You know, don't let this person, as I try to tell myself that. Like I said, I've been trying to heal for the past 2 years. So I understand it's a process. It's a process. That's why I said get out while you can, because it's going to probably take you years to heal from it. You know? Oh, I missed this here. You had fair gray-haired woman. So again, this could be you figuring out a way how to overcome this here. You know, love, talent, fair gray-haired woman, scandal, surprise. So again, like I said, or, you know, you could be a masculine who was dealing with a woman. But you had dark-haired man here, so I think that it's the other way around. It was a male, not a female here. But anyway, male, female doesn't matter. If it fits, it fits. But whatever it is, yeah, get out of there. Get out of there, honey. Again, I wish you luck. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.